Hi girls. Happy Tuesday. First I would like to say to Paige, I'm really sorry about your friend. I have never really lost a friend like that, so I don't know how you feel, but I have lost people like family members, so I do know how it feels that way, and I know it's a really sad time when there's a death, so in a way I know how you feel. By now I hope you have gotten your surprise from all of us girls, so I hope that has brightened your day at least somewhat. So we wanted to do that just to try to help you feel a little better, and because we love you. So yeah, we wanted to do that for you. So we hope you feel better soon and you don't get too sick pox wise. But getting back on track, Dysautonomia wise, I'm doing pretty well. Thursday last week I went to Philadelphia with my grandparents and two of my grandpa's friends to the Philadelphia Philharmonic, excuse me. And I did pretty well, except I did not think about taking the elevator, and I really should have, because the place, if you've ever been in the Kimmel Center in Philadelphia, it is absolutely enormous, and I mean enormous. And it was just, I mean, it's gigantic, and I've never been in a building that big, and since I've been diagnosed with POTS, and I was exhausted, and when we got there, my grandpa and I had to go to the bathroom, and my grandma has Alzheimer's, and we said to her, do you need to go to the bathroom? And she was like, no. So we went, and the bathrooms were downstairs, so you had to take the steps, which, you know, there is an elevator, but of course I did not think of it, and there were not as many steps going downstairs as there were going to where our seats were for the concert. But so we took the steps, and when we got back upstairs, my grandpa's friend was back from parking, and he said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And didn't my grandma say, I need to go to the bathroom? So my grandfather said to me, can you take her? So I took her down, and yeah, I was getting tired, but I took her down, and by the time it was time to go up to our seats, there were 2 flights of 20 steps, so 40 steps in all, and or stairs, and I was exhausted. So yeah, that was my Thursday, and during the second half of the concert I fell asleep, and my grandpa did wake me up once, but then I guess he saw that I just could not stay awake, so he let me go back to sleep, and then on the way home I slept the whole way back. So yeah, I was really tired. So POTS friendly cooking tips, Shannon. Yeah, I have the same problem with cooking. For me, it's the standing over the hot stove. The only thing I would say is if you had one of those like step stools, I guess they're called, with that little back. So I guess if you had that, maybe you could do that. Other than that, I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. Least favorite household chore, Kylie. I would definitely say the dishwasher. But then again, maybe cooking. Yeah, I would say cooking outbeats the dishwasher, but dishwasher's up there too. And how long were you sick before being diagnosed with POTS? Um, well, Leah, this is kind of tricky to answer because we do think, I was born with dysautonomia, but, I first passed out when I was in 10th grade, and that same day that I passed out, I was diagnosed with NCS, neurocardiogenic syncope. So, I mean, like, you could say that, it was 16 years that before I was diagnosed, or you could say just like half a day before I was diagnosed, because it was like half a day before I went to the doctor. So, yeah, you could say either way. But yeah, I mean, but I was really lucky that I was diagnosed so quickly, because I know that a lot of people with dysautonomia are diagnosed even years after their first episode, and I just think that is absolutely terrible that doctors do not know what dysautonomia is, or they do not want to listen to their patients. So, but I'm sure that we will talk about that all later in another video, so I won't get into that. But my least favorite symptom, I would have to say tachycardia. Because that for me brings on the dizziness. Because my heart rate can get, I mean, to me it can feel so fast, the palpitations as well. I mean, even if my heart rate isn't tachycardic, the palpitations, will just make it feel like my heart rate's like in the 200s, even though it's, like just like 100. But yeah, palpitations slash tachycardia. Yeah, I just hate them. They can be so uncomfortable and make you feel so sick in other ways, and I just wish that there was a cure for them and you didn't have to take, beta blockers like I have to take now to control them. Like, I just wish that there was like a quick fix, and you didn't have to take a pill every time, you get them and you can't control them. And especially resting tachycardia, that is really, really a pain. I hate that. Get my list here. How has POTS affected your life? I would say the biggest impact was having to stop attending school and having to start going into homebound instruction. I was in a category that off-branched homebound instruction. It was called instruction in the home, which is very rare, we were told. It's like when it's like a very long term, when students, like, I guess homebound instruction is when students, just have a broken leg and they cannot go to school. But instruction is in the home is when, there's a long illness. So that's what I went on, and that's, what really impacted my life the most. But I was really lucky and got to graduate with my class. So I'm running out of time, but I hope you all have a good week, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.